Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maximo and I'm here checking out Gravity Badges by Wales Interactive. Now, something I just wanted to point out before I really got started on this, but these little circles here, they look like a menu now, but when the game starts, they're actually really bright for some reason, and having to wait around for like 30 seconds in order to wait for them just to brighten down and realize, oh, that's actually a menu? Yeah, that kind of annoys me. So Gravity Badges is a mobile port from developer Wales Interactive, as I said, and button controls feel like they're absolutely useless here. I mean, like, look at how fast this is flickering. Jesus Christ. What's going on? Hold on, is that problem with my gear? Not really. I don't know what's causing that. So I don't even know, like, what half this stuff does, because it doesn't really set it out that well, so that'd be the credits. You got your sound here, but I got no idea what that does. And there's also that up there, but I'm not sure what that does either. I think I just muted all the sound. I don't even know. It doesn't say, and there's no manual to tell you either. Like, the manual is nothing, literally nothing. You can also tap that globe there to go to the website, I think, there. So anyway, what is Gravity Badges? Well, we're going to go to, I think, we'll just go where I've been at episode 2, but I've gone up to like episodes 5 and 6, and I've tried out at least a couple of levels from them, but... So as you can see, Dark Side, the Badgers, War of the Worms, there's some sort of story where the Badgers are... God, I don't even know, I honestly wasn't even paying attention. Lord, there are different badges you can pick, but I'm not sure if it makes any difference outside of a character skin. At least the game didn't really imply that. So let's just go and actually have a look at a level of Gravity Badges, shall we? So, Gravity Badges. It is a game where you have to launch your badger and try and get it into the green portal. There are also 3 pickups that you want to pick up along the way, and that's level completed. That's stupidly easy, even this far into the game. There's even like a set of like 8 tutorial levels, but you don't need the tutorial levels because the game is easy enough without them. Good lord. Now, this game wouldn't be a terrible puzzle game, but there's a couple of reasons why I really don't like it. And that's not because I can't hit this, because, trust me, 90% of this game is figuring out exactly where your badges should be thrown at. Almost. So how this game works is that you are a Gravity Badger and you have to throw yourself around all these different types of planets. There are 2 different types of planets, red and blue. Red sucks you in, blue pushes you away. And the idea is that you want to try and maneuver your Badger through a series of death-defying gravity movements through a series of these planets and other miscellaneous obstacles, in order to make it through to the portals. Now, this is where the game gets kind of interesting. Kind of. Because you have to work your way around all these different little puzzles and just try and figure out the smartest path to curve your badges around without that happening. Sometimes it's harder than it looks, but I don't know whether this is a saving grace or the game's doomed to not really be that complex, but the game doesn't really feel any different even after 100-something levels. What you have... Basically, every level in this game can be completed with one shot. And it has to be, because this weird lives system exists. And I do not know why it exists. But what you have to do in with this live system is that every time you crash, you lose life, and if you lose 3 lives, you fail a stage. But remember that every stage can be finished in one shot, no matter what. At least every stage I've played so far can, and I can't imagine this working any differently. Now, you may wonder, what's the point of putting in a live system if there's going to be no penalty? Well, good question there. There's 3 little yellow objects that you have to pick up. I'm sure you can see them. They're not very hard to miss. But if you manage to pick one up... Let's see how this goes. Badly. So if you pick one up and then you die by hitting like an obstacle or something, that actually goes out. And if you want to be getting a perfect score, you have to be pausing and hitting the reset button all the time. And that's annoying as fuck. Holy crap, that gets so annoying after a while. You're just trying to perfect a level and it's like, oh, I gotta keep pausing and shit and So I guess it's all about just experimenting to find where you have to just, you know, about finding exactly where you have to shoot and then, you know, memorizing it and then just going through the level and then just actually doing that one shot your first time through. But still, it's frustrating as hell. I just did the exact same arc there. We'll just reset. Still, it's a surprisingly frustrating game. Because yeah, if you want to get a 3 on any puzzle, you just have to keep restarting and restarting and restarting and restarting and restarting and hoping to God that you actually figure out the puzzle. The live system feels so antiquated in a game where you can finish a level in one shot because it's basically just brute forcing the puzzle. It doesn't have I'm not going to say luck-based like Angry Birds, but it's not like Angry Birds where, you know, different strategies might be able to get you that 3-star that you're looking for. This game, it's a one-shot deal. You have to go through the level in one specific way in order to pick up every single pickup. And, like, seriously? Damn it. It just gets a little bit dull after a while, because it's exactly the same thing, really. Oh, no, really? God damn it, I was so close. How about if I shoot here instead? Nope, bit too high. And what about if I shoot on a tighter angle? I'll do it. Thankfully, you can also skip levels in this game, but that doesn't really do you any favors at the very least. Yeah, it's just this game feels like... It just feels like kind of a waste of a concept, like sending badges through a series of different types of planets and, you know, actually trying to figure out some interesting puzzles there would be an actually interesting game, but unfortunately the levels I've played so far all bring it down to either just brute force a angle and a power or timing. There's even like really frustrating levels where if you're holding your badger and like there are some levels in this game where if you're holding your badger and an enemy comes around and goes by your spawn point, you will just die immediately. Thankfully you don't loot. Watch this. Oh no, I guess this isn't one of those levels, but yeah, it's just so dull because it eventually just devolves into, alright, find the right combination. Find the right combination. Time this launch correctly because there's a bunch of things in a way that'll only let you through on a specific time. And it just continues on like that. The tutorial levels introduce every single mechanic there is to know in this game. So, basically nothing new gets introduced, at least as far as I can tell, for a ton of the levels. Like, the only thing that's new is that tiny moving space snake right there. Or whatever the bloody hell that thing is. You know, we could probably just, like, shoot through there, and yeah, that definitely wasn't going to work. It just gets dull after a while. I can't imagine myself playing any more levels of this. It's just... Screw it. I'll just die. And I'll show off a boss level. It's just dull because... It's just weird. It feels really antiquated with the live system and the fact that you have to go through and just do some silly stuff. Just you have to be constantly either brute forcing. Oh yeah, there's some dialogue. Alright, so now here's a boss fight. This is probably the only reason for the lives to exist, you see. You see, as soon as I launch, he's going to start shooting at me, and then I'm going to be shooting at him. So what I need to do is just throw myself between all these points for long enough in order to keep myself alive. Unfortunately, I ran straight into that goddamn rock. And that's the end of the boss fight. I imagine all the other boss fights work the same way. That's the only reason for the lives to exist, really. It's just... It feels like a really antiquated version of a puzzle game, to tell you the truth. Just like, lives in a puzzle game? What's the bloody point? Especially when you can finish a level in one shot. It just feels kind of needless. Actually, you know what? We'll skip the final... We'll go to the final level in this section. Skip the final level. We'll skip this level if we have to. No, this actually looks like a really simple level. Mostly. Let's see. Yeah, we fly up, we unlock that. We get pulled back down. We missed the token, but we'll get it. It's all about just brute forcing the right power and angle. It's not like Angry Birds where you can have fun just watching the buildings topple over. Yeah, so this looks slightly more difficult. We'll just launch ourselves in there and immediately get the shit shot out of us. Oh, we can actually fire shots a lot faster, so I'm going to have to... Nope, screwed that up. So yeah, gravity badges. Turns into the same thing. Feels really repetitive. Has no real staying power. Everything in the game just... Yeah, this is just a timing puzzle. A really tedious and annoying timing puzzle, but nevertheless a timing puzzle. And he's dead. It just gets repetitive, there's no real fun in it. It doesn't have that same sort of enjoyable thing where in Angry Birds, like, you knock down the structures and all that. There's no real new mechanics even after 2 sets of levels. And it's $5. It's like £4, £5, €5, and just no thanks. Wait, what? Why have I been thrown into the web browser for tapping that? Let's see where it goes to, just for the fun of it. I'd laugh if it went to YouTube. It went to YouTube, never mind! Apparently you get to watch the official launch trailer, that's something. But yeah, that was a look at gravity badges. Good concept, kind of trips up everywhere else, would not recommend. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.